Okay, let's go to World 1, the jungle.
So, what is this thing again exactly? It's a parkour map because you like doing those?
Oh, he's fucking dead.
What happened? Jesus.
You fell.
I know that, but what's the point of this game mode
Hold on, get
thing?
back here. Okay, so we just gotta jump block to block and try to get down to the
Yeah, it's
bottom
parkour. Alright.
without dying. If you find like a fucking emerald block, touch it and it gives you a high chance of getting something good and a chance at getting something bad. I'm dead. Ouch. I'm gonna fucking speedrun this shit. Oh shit! Ah. I just lost about all my hearts, but I am alive. Yeah. Playing Minecraft with— Ow! Thought you hurt me, but no, you just fucking ran into me and hurt yourself.
Shit, dude.
You fucking masochist.
Looks like I went the wrong fucking way, I guess.
Does the wool save your fall? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not at all. Oh, just saw fucking Rycon.
Alright, boys, so
Please give me hearts.
what kind of topic should we talk about
Yes, dude,
first,
I got
man?
so much hearts.
Alright, do you got any ideas? Oh, shouldn't have done that, to be honest. Got myself killed.
Dragon Ball Fates.
Ah! Ah!
Oh, be careful. That's a classified as a dead
Negative
meme.
effect. Who the fuck got us a negative effect?
I have no idea.
Okay, I bet you I'm gonna beat this right now. This is it. This is the one.
Rycon, I guess we're talking about Fates, first topic. Rycon, you had nothing to do with that at all, so I don't know what you're gonna do to contribute to that.
We were gonna be in it, Rage, but
Yeah,
that happened.
yeah. It's crazy because that was where I first met this guy, Twisted Legs. That's where I met this evil bastard. Even though I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, you didn't even talk to me, but you know.
Yep.
Oh!
Where the fuck did you can even find your ass, to be honest?
Community.
Oh, okay. Seems legit.
Oof. If anybody's wondering, I am playing as Mr. Stub. Whoa, whoa! I'm fucking vibing, dude. Oh, whoa, whack.
Yeah, Fates was it was like a regular RP for Xenoverse 2 type shit. You know.
It didn't sound that bad.
Yeah, it was okay. Just people that were in it, which I told Yukine at first. I was like, once I learned that some of the people, I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna appear for you all that much. Like,
oh shit!
They really didn't. They just like faked.
Yeah, we didn't
online.
get to record.
Yeah, they were like pretending to be offline and shit, because they would put themselves as appearing offline, but they were online, just doing their own thing.
So it was you, Legend, me, Yukine, not Vegicube, but
no,
somebody else.
some random dude, and Ron.
Ron was in it? Oh,
yeah, he was in there. I was surprised at first when he was in there. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how'd you get him in here? But,
well,
yeah,
Yukine did say that they're friends.
I guess. I mean, Ron didn't even record once with them. On like,
oh shit! I'm gonna take a leap of faith. This is the chance to like fucking risk it all here, boys.
Don't.
Oh. As soon as I fucking drop.
Uh-oh, do that. Oh well.
Oh shit. My word. You guys want to try a different level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty gay.
Okay, go to level 2. Let's try Oasis.
God, dude, I die here.
Alright, Rage, kill yourself and go to Oasis.
This is Asia of Rycon, you twat.
Yeah, you fucking idiot, go to level 2.
Rycon's like looking at Aqua, or whatever the fuck, Asia, something like that.
Where is he? Recon, kill yourself and get to you. Boys. The sandy desert here, boys. Be careful.
You don't know what's gonna come biting you on the ass.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was
I
kind
like
of
how
losing.
speed.
I was kind of losing my patience with Fates a little bit, cause like, game's kind of relying on me for a lot of things in there, and I was kind of contributing to it, and yet the others weren't doing shit, and I was getting really pissed off about it.
I was getting in the parties.
Yeah, well, you know, the people that we knew, like Legend and Ron, for example, weren't doing shit, and it was kind of pissing me off, cause they, instead of telling Yukine to his face that they didn't want to be in there, they didn't say shit, so it was like wasting his time as well as everybody else's that wanted to help.
I got in the parties, but I didn't really talk unless we were recording because I was kind of shy.
Yeah, I don't think I ever
I don't know about you guys, but I cannot see.
I can see ish.
It was a fucking cloud.
Oh, what kind of jump was that? Rip. I know Redcon, you can ask me to ask Redcon if you wanted to be in. Redcon was like, nope. And that was it for Redcon.
Yup.
And
I'm at 1 heart. I'm at half a heart.
pretty much not much you can say about Fates.
Yeah, Fates didn't really have a run.
Nope.
It's like a fucking Kickstarter and just never worked.
Yep. I fucking made like 2 characters for that shit. Fucking never used them.
You need to make cottage cheese for an RP, okay?
Yeah, one
Gotta
day.
bring them back. Gotta bring back the classics. Did he ever even get introduced in fucking Fighters?
No. Actually, yeah, he did. He was in a scene. I mean, not scene, in a couple episodes. He didn't do much. He was there.
Cottage cheese was like the weakest character even though he's a Majin.
Yep. Gotta make Saiyans look really, really strong. And, Frieza races, apparently. Or Kojins.
Pretty much the entirety of the Dragon Ball community is Ekosians and Saiyans. That's all the RP community is.
Dude, most of the time the Kojins are written as fucking evil characters because, you know, Saiyans are racist. Like, they need to fight somebody, it's gotta be a fucking Arcosian.
Alright, there's like a cloud blocking it, and you gotta like go to there. I am fucked.
Right, since you're not gonna be here for very longer, you got like 13 minutes left. Name a RP or show and I'll talk good about it or shit on it, depending on what it is. Me and Twisted will give our thoughts about it if we know what it is.
I haven't watched too many RPs. I've watched Z-Star, Centuries, Collision.
Time Patrol.
I have barely watched Time Patrol.
Okay, I've never watched Time Patrol, but I just feel like the hype isn't really there. Just from the people I know who's in it.
I feel like the cast, there's a lot of drama in there.
Yeah.
Resulting in probably bad recordings.
Indeed. So it's kind of like, eh. I know, I forgot who it was. I think Cap said it. Said that TP was better than fucking Z-Star and Centuries, I think it was. And I'm just thinking in my head, I don't know about that. Cause
Somebody's got an ego.
yeah, like I hate it when somebody who's the creator of their own series will literally talk good about their fucking RP and then shit on everybody else's. And like, you know, treat theirs as they're like the best thing in the world. I'm just like, nah.
I wonder what. You know, I'm thinking about somebody right now.
Yeah, you can name drop if you want to. I mean, it's up to you.
I think you know what I'm talking about though.
Yes.
Maybe. But, you know, it happens a lot in this community.
Series he's in.
Yeah.
About.
It happens a lot in practically almost everybody in this community. They kind of develop a big ego when it's, you know, something so insignificant in the real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got 10K views on a video. I'm so fucking cool, dude.
Oh shit. Ouch. I think I might call PlayStation support tomorrow. Be like, hey, fags. Shift Factory hasn't been working for me for a year. I'd like you to fix that.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh. I thought that would have been enough hearts to survive that, but I guess not.
Yeah, but it's weird with TP. I mean, like, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, it was dead because of personal issues with the cast.
That's dead.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I know a couple of
Now they
actors were
patched it
shitting
up.
on it, and they didn't, they didn't care about what happened, and now it's back. It's
Pretty
like,
much
what?
Cobra. He's like the only supporter in that.
Yeah. It's like, why
Just
bother?
like, he's getting on his knees for Cap, and he's like, "Your series is great, Master. It's amazing. Please make an appearance in my movie."
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I can't. Why is there so many twists and turns in this fucking map? Did I pay for this? I don't think I paid for this. I think this is free. If I paid for this, I fucking regret it. To the left, to the left. To the right, to the right. I gotta fucking. Ouch!
What else you got, Recon?
Hey, what else you got before you have to go away?
Cobra's movie.
Trash.
Which ones?
The one that you watched.
I watched the first two, which are the only two right now. So like both, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. I mean, I rated the movie, well, the second one at least, a higher rating than the first. It was decent. I didn't sit through the whole thing. I just like watched the majority of it. But even though it's your standalone kind of generic superhero movie kind of thing, where it's like the good guy has to look really, really strong, and like he's just a generic person. He has his issues, his obstacle, and he defeats it in the end. And it's not really much.
Question. Does he
Yeah.
like ever get beaten?
Nope.
In his movies, yeah, actually, yes, he has. He has lost to the second movie villain guy.
But he never lost to the first.
I don't recall, no.
He just kind of makes his characters too OP, so nobody can compare to him in like other series.
Well, he
Which
did
isn't
write it as
fair.
like his character's literally the Hulk. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. So,
I don't even think that's the Hulk.
like very big plot hole type thing that it's just written that way to be that
I
way.
want to fuck the second level. I'm going to a level I want. I'm gonna
Okay.
go hell.
Smell, he broke his own rules. All right,
I never said we had to do the levels in order.
motherfucker.
All right, everybody, die and go to hell.
Bruh.
What other series should we talk about?
Motherfucker, I'm done with Cobra yet. I need to
No.
adjust that. His movies, like I don't get why he hypes it up so much. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good to hype your own product, but to ignore all the flaws that they have, and to like basically go ahead and say fuck you to people's opinions. By that I mean he doesn't actually say fuck you to the person. He does what he can to try to convince the person that they're wrong. Like he's trying
though
to.
they usually are right.
Right, and like even if so, you can't really say an opinion's right or wrong regardless because it's a fucking opinion, So like he does that a lot. Like he asks me a couple things like, what do I think about this or that? Like things like, do you think Cobra's a simp? And when I give my answer, and if he doesn't like the answer, he's gonna want to try to convince me and tell me I'm wrong and shit like that. And it's like, nah, fam, I don't see most creators of their movies IRL fucking. They see somebody on Twitter having, saying something wrong about their movie, and then they just like make it a big thing and be like, it's actually a good movie, you should like it. Like everybody else likes it, so why shouldn't you? And And
Well,
he then things like
everybody
talks
has to
about
like his thing.
yeah, and he goes as far as to talk about relevancy to other creators who disagree with his methods and what he does in his movies. It's like you don't gotta go that far, man. Like again, it's just a fucking Xenoverse 2 fucking RP thing, man. It's not an actual fucking movie. You're not an actual competition. You're not getting profit from this. Neither are they. So you know.
You're not fucking monetized. I don't see what you're like
Yeah. It's
going
like
on about.
yeah, it's like what the fuck are y'all doing? Like treating this as some sort of popularity contest. You know what I mean? Like,
So the thing about Cobra is he can't take criticism,
yeah.
and about it really. Talk
Yeah.
shit. He'll try to convince you otherwise, even though some points are valid. Your argument.
Yeah, like in this RP community, like he talks so big about relevancy when one or two of his movies got a lot of views, which isn't really a lot at least in the outside of this community. He just goes off on the smaller ones, but I would laugh to see if he tried doing that shit on someone like fucking Logan Paul or some shit, like an actual big YouTuber. You know what I mean? They'd shit on this kid, but so like he shouldn't be shitting on people like Jaito, for example, because he kind of shat on him, and Jaito is fucking small, so it's like, why do that? Why bother? You're making the same kind of movies or RPs, so just stick with each other. Be like more supportive. You know what I mean? Even if you don't
Yeah,
like
it seems like
they
Collision
do.
is like the big thing, but then again, C-Star is bigger than that, and Centuries is bigger than that. Centuries is like competing with Z-Star. And
Yeah.
I don't even think Jack probably fucking knows about Century, or I mean, fucking Collision.
Yeah.
So pretty much, it's known pretty much just in our little RP community group, not in big communities with everybody in it. Because when I ask people if they know these certain RPs, they don't usually know them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right about that, right, comment.
They don't know
Correct.
Cobra. They don't know fucking. Usually don't know Shadow. They don't know fucking Ron. They don't know Jaito, but they know Z-Star and Centuries, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Those were like the first two big ones that came out.
Right,
And
right,
I
right.
guess they're not bad. It's just when you actually get to meet the person, decide for yourself.
Yeah.
And Raikon has some things about Jack.
Yes, you're right about that one,
Oh, by the
Raikon.
way, Sonic Matthews did a recap on Centuries and called you, Shadow, and Raikon cucks. I mean, Yukine.
Yeah.
Rip.
So, I get fucked, I guess.
I watched it.
I guess Jack is a jackass, am I right?
Yeah. That's the one thing, you're
Oh.
right, Raikon. Like, in almost every good series in this RP community, there's at least one main character that has a big fucking ego. And it's usually the creator himself. Usually.
Which starts to grow.
The what?
Which starts to grow.
Yeah. It grows and it has no limits. Like a Saiyan's power.
A lot of people have egos in this community.
Yeah. And it's really
Like,
bad
you
when you
wanna
look
make
at
it
it from an
like
outside perspective. Like, imagining being a fucking, like, person who knows nothing about Dragon Ball, and then they see somebody going on a power trip. It's like, what are you doing, man?
What really confuses me is when people say, "Oh yeah, my fans like ship all this shit and like this is really good," even when they get like no comments about that or like no comments on
Dude,
their video like, in general.
Yes.
That pisses me off. I'm like, where the fuck are you getting those comments from?
Right, right.
And then I did ask Jaito about it, by the way. And he's like, "Oh, no, we just that's just like what we say to each other." And I'm like, "So your community didn't say that? Like your fans didn't tell you that? Like you just told me?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well then, don't fucking say that. It confuses
Right.
me."
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I beat the level.
Oh, wow.
I have beaten hell! Ah ha ha! I'm stuck. Stuck in hell.
Ooh, right, cool. But like,
What do I do?
I don't know. If you ask me, the quality in most RPs has gone downhill, in my opinion,
Oh, I
recently.
bit it. I mean, I beat it. I'm fucking retarded. Lucky you. You have escaped from hell. You have finished the 6th level. Thank you.
It's gotten pretty bad, to be honest. Like most RPs
Yeah.
I watch or I bother to watch nowadays, because I don't really watch that much now. But when I do, it's just I can't get into it. It's like something's up with the quality. It's
Yeah,
just,
I can't. Okay, I can't really get in like any RP.
mm,
Like, I've tried watching Collision. Yeah, I don't really know. I tried watching Saiyan Roar. I don't really know.
yeah.
I tried watching Centuries. Thumbnails are about all it's got going for
Fuck
'em.
that.
Mostly it's either due to like weird plots, or at least the structure behind it, for most
Yeah.
RPs. And it's like it makes it so difficult. But then it makes it even worse when half the characters, or at least main characters, feel so poorly written. It's usually not the writer. It's usually the person behind the don't even bother. And it seems so fucking terrible. Like that isn't the case for Z Star Season 1. Like most of the main characters were so bad. Like Vegeta, for example. It's like, how can you expect me to watch his dialogue? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and so like RPs where they just don't know what they're doing, so they make their character go like Super Saiyan out of nowhere, like by training for like a week.
yeah,
It's like they just didn't understand how to go Super Saiyan, and they probably got it from going in the game.
right, right.
I don't think they realized that the way he goes Super Saiyan is like caused by fucking anger.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you.
But I can't say you can't start off a series with like really strong characters, because maybe you could do. I've never seen like, I don't know. Maybe you could do a series about a god in destruction, or like a trainee for god in destruction, like building up the series of how he becomes a god of destruction.
Yeah,
I don't know. Never seen that before. That'd be a kind of cool idea. So they'd be like really strong at the start, I guess. You'd have to make like universe leveled threats for your character.
yeah.
I think that's a good idea. And I think Boot Camp is pretty original. It's like a fucking total drama island way to put a series together, and it just combines a ton of different like people from different series, which I also think is cool. If it was just original characters that like just came from this series, probably still be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It seems like there's just some like really basic stories nowadays.
Right. Like when I thought of HP, like, cause it was at during that time, and Raikkonen was thinking similar to me, except granted, he ended up going back to against what he fucking said, that cuck. But with what me and him originally did on, we decided on, because we were kind of getting tired of appearing for other people's RPs for fucking Xenoverse 2 stuff. Like we were kind of like getting tired of that. We'd rather do other things on different games and shit if we could. And people still wanted us, but we wanted to just basically have our characters killed off or some shit, just not bother with it. But we were thinking, we're like fuck Xenoverse 2 RPs in general. Like we're not gonna be creating it. You know what I mean? At least in a serious kind, because the way I saw it, at least, most of the RPs were so fucking repetitive plot wise, and it's kind of the same thing. And I just felt so bored of that, and I didn't bother wanting to come up with ideas that were already taken by somebody else, even if I didn't know it. You know what I mean? Like someone else would probably be like, "Oh, you stole my idea," because that was happening a lot with people like Shadow and Jordan and shit like that. And then it's just like, it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? It's just, things got too old. But that's when I thought of like just doing, like I told Raikkonen, like the only exception I would make is if it was a comedy or a fucking parody or shit like that fucking Upul series. The only reason why I'm gonna bother doing that because it's funny, not because it's serious, just because it's a parody, it's comedy. Raikkonen,
I don't
however,
know.
he
I
went
think
back to
Boot
Dragon
Camp.
King, so you know,
I
rip
think
him.
Boot Camp is kind of a comedy
Yeah,
for the most part, but it's also kind of serious because of
right,
like
right.
the plot. You took people from entirely different timelines, no matter what they were doing, and
Yeah,
brought them in a competition of where it's life or death.
yeah,
And I think that's a good idea. Build suspense for whoever gets, destroyed.
yeah.
So, I don't know. But, the thing is, you didn't really consider power scaling.
Yeah. True. That's why what I did was I was either going to make things more like balanced, as in like I would have either just like it would be their characters, like because all these characters that I'm using, none of them have came from any of my RPs. You know what I mean? That's their own stuff, their own work.
Sergeant Milk.
If I Milk's like the only original motherfucker. If I were to have like gathered all of them like under a version, like they're still the same people from their RPs. It's just they're like under my version, which is like they're their own character. Like their strength is from something that I created. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have done that, but that would depend because some people, again, it all goes down to egos and shit. Some people don't feel comfortable being around or near the strength level of somebody else. They have a reason to bitch about practically anything and everything. And it gets kind of irritating, to be honest. That's why I put like a cap at the moment in this RP anyway, so that they can't go full power. But when they do, that's why I made the voting system too. It's like, because Cobra, for example, he expected, once it's like the final 8 or something, once people can go full power, he expected somebody to just willy-nilly fight somebody and then kill them when they're at their leisure and shit like that. So if it, like, for example, if Cobra wanted to, he can go Ooga Booga mode and then stomp Jaden to the ground and kill him at any second he wanted to. It's like, nah fam, Jaden wouldn't stand a chance against him in a fight. So we should make this fair and make it a voting system. So like, if the weak wanted to, they can all vote against the strong guy to take him out of the equation. Give them a chance. That's why I created that thing. Even though Cobra says that's wrong and that I shouldn't have done that and I should have just, you know, kept it at a regular tournament thing. But obviously the result would have been predictable.
But then there's the thing, like, so it's like you want to vote someone out that you think is too much of a competition, because you got to think about your own well-being in this tournament. But then again, you got to think you're literally erasing somebody for existence to save your ass.
Yeah. Right.
Which is pretty much what Cobra's character has done so far.
Yeah, his character kind of developed into like a fucking antagonist, basically. Even though he's meant to be portrayed as a fucking hero
protagonist,
but you know. Which is
just cheated the system in this level.
Which is kind of fine, because like I'm fine with like protagonist characters actually trying to treat things as like a survival game, and like, you know, but like it kind of defeats the purpose sometimes, because most of these people
kind of care.
Yeah, most of the cast members either they don't give a shit really. Like there are some that complained about not wanting to care anymore because like they know that their team's gonna lose and shit like that, and because they don't care themselves, their character, you're not gonna expect their fucking character to care. They're not gonna write that as it, you know, as they should. Not only that, most of the cast, they treat things as if it's an out of character competition. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's not like really between the characters,
right? You know, it's just like, Jesus, that kind of like reflects on you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like, so, I can't say who I voted for because we're streaming, but I voted for somebody in the series that I think just couldn't keep us going, and it had nothing to do with what I thought of them as a person, like in the actual real world. So I didn't vote for like that. But I'm feeling like some people go for that just so they don't have to deal with them. But you're just kind of making your character seem like a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And then like when they vote for somebody, and then they just be like, all right, bye. But they don't like think about what they're just doing.
Yeah.
But for some characters, it makes sense. Like Nis, he is a fucking demon. It makes sense if he just votes a character that he dislikes and then says, alright, fuck him.
Yeah, dude.
But, like, for characters like Cobra, he's saying he's a hero in all this. But he just doesn't seem like he cares.
Alright. It's pretty whack, man.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much boot camp for you.
Right.
Cast
like,
is kind of toxic.
It's crazy too, because like some of the cast members, they immediately thought there was no fucking plot fighting in the matches. It's like, what were you expecting? It's a fucking RP. Did you not hear me
So
fucking
did they think it
or
was
see
like
me
about
type
their
RP.
actual skill in the game?
Yeah. Like at least 4 people thought that.
I know Curly did.
Yeah, he did. So did fucking Cap did.
Curly,
And
if you're watching
Yukine
this,
did, and you
you
know.
are fucking toxic.
Yeah, he can be pretty
But you're also
toxic
pretty
with games.
chill, so.
Yeah. So you know, there's that. It's like I don't know. A lot of people it's like, how are y'all gonna fucking turn things out of character when it literally says RP in the name of project or shit like that.
Button and leave this fucking map.
Like low key, if this was out of character competition, things would have been finished so smooth, to be honest.
Yeah.
And there wouldn't be that. I mean, there would be bitching, but at the same time, and it's like.
So if we do decide to do a second season, I'm suggesting smaller cast.
Yeah, I'm doing smaller casts, and I'm never gonna use the fucking people that I don't really like to work with ever again. Like, that means
then,
I
like,
really don't want to work with.
Like, work with people you think are reliable and you actually enjoy being in a party with.
Right. Like, Jesus. Especially when it comes to Xenoverse 2, because Xenoverse 2, I'm getting very, very picky with who I choose to work with. It's like
Xenoverse 2 is
Jesus.
starting to get pretty toxic. The
Right.
community is a shit. Like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
it's
really bad.
This is the RPs. It's rather big ass ego from getting it, or you don't know what the fuck you're doing and your series turns into dog shit, or
Right.
it just doesn't work out. But maybe you get a good series that just works out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many that do that. Believe it or not, Centuries has actually been pretty stable.
GG.
I wouldn't say.
I mean, I would say that you.
Do you even watch anything to do with
They kicked
Centuries?
you out of there. There are like, it appears Jack has actually willing to work. So he has completed his series. Season 4 just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But not many other series have done that. Or they just become so slow, people just think the series is dead.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if I get Share Factory back and I can redo my series, or if I can start my series again, because I think I ended it at like episode 4 or 5, I'm just gonna reboot it.
Yeah, like I don't know, like fucking a lot of, like, and it all comes down to reputation as well. If like one sort of we'll say quote unquote big figure, like any big figure in the RP community doesn't like you, most of the people act like mindless zombies and they can't think for themselves and they instantly hate
And then
that
they just start
person.
hating you.
Right. It's been a lot of that, and it's like, Jesus Christ, like, fuck. Like,
Yep.
I remember time people hated people for a reason, like, or they witnessed it firsthand, not just because they heard this and that, and then they're just like, oh.
Yeah, and that's kind of like when I was watching Sonic Matthews' video.
Yeah.
Raikon, did you even get to work with Sonic Matthews?
No.
So he didn't really have anything to. He just hated you because Jack said to hate him.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
So
really bad.
I don't know. If people just thought for themselves, just didn't just suck off people that have big egos and big rep,
Yeah.
the community would probably be a lot better. And RPs
Right.
could probably be a lot smoother.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I should probably retitle this video, going off on fucking community.
There's been like a lot of like recycled characters and plot points and like various fucking RPs as well. I've noticed that. And it's
Well,
like,
I was gonna turn my series into something that I'd never seen before. And I was like really excited about it, but I haven't been able to continue it, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
yeah. I mean, I don't really know much of like your characters because, like, again, I didn't know you fucking existed until after Fates, well, a little bit during Fates. So I really wouldn't know stuff regarding that. But there are some like people who brought in characters from their RPs or whatever, and then put them in somebody else's RPs. But it's like literally the same fucking character. It's like as if it's a fucking crossover or something. And it's like you're seeing the same exact thing. There's no added twist. There's nothing different. It's really the same thing. It really bores me, and that kind of tunes me out of watching an RP. And it's, you know, especially when it's a hated character.
Series because he was like, that's the first time I think I ever used Soji.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna use Soji for Fates actually.
Mhm.
But he is an unwritten character because he was gonna be very far into my series.
Yeah.
So I just took him from that because I had a basic plot and I had the entire thing written out, but he's never been in anything. So pretty much just took him into that. And I'm trying not to make him like a basic ass fucking character in boot camp. Like I'm trying to make him like reflect on what he's doing. Like whenever he votes for somebody.
Yeah.
He's just like trying to think about what Milk's motivations are and like what is he gonna do here? And my fucking game is frozen, goddamn. I don't want to end the stream, but I might have to.
Oof. I understand, because like trying, like, because you are indeed trying, so, and I appreciate that, because I love it when at least somebody tries to work on the character or anything to do with their character, as opposed to someone who just sits back and complains like a bitch and then does literally nothing anyway and expects this and that, because that happens a lot. And it's really bad. It's
Yeah, I'm trying not to seem basic.
Yeah.
But my character, okay, so he's pretty much, his timeline's like Only Hope.
Mhm.
Cause it's like, okay, so it's like kind of, it kind of reminds me of a Future Trunks arc, but like I had my own twist to it.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything was going good, and like Barker defeated the main villain a few years ago. It's been like 15 years because Soji's like a fucking teenager now or something. And then turns out the main villain survived for season 3, came back, killed like everybody.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Bye, Recon.
Mm-hmm.
And then just started taking the world to shit.
Yeah.
And I'd explain more, but I kind of don't like want to spoil everything just in case I can redo my series.
Right.
But I have pretty much season 1 written out because I did a fucking, I actually redid the story, but I just wrote it out. I thought it was pretty cool. It involved becoming like a time patroller, but I'm actually planning on using the time patrol missions, not just the basic plot where somebody says, "All right, let's become time patrollers," and then just never brings that plot back up. That's what a lot of people do. You ever see that?
Yeah. Sometimes.
You know, it's like somebody says they want to go fucking time patrol, and then they do that for like the first few episodes, and then something else comes along, and then they just quit with that entire plot.
Like there are some things where like character like side or well yeah sort of side characters expect a lot of big things, but they don't give anything back in return. Like for example, like with Z-Star, one of like the 6 main characters, which is basically like the true main character and 5 friends of the main characters who kind of have like main roles in the story, you know what I mean? But they're not. It's not on their perspective. But you know, one of which was named Gokhan. He was a character, and I was a fan of him back then. And like he was okay protagonist, but he was kind of like a sort of like a Goku ripoff kind of thing, and he was like a just fighting enemies to get stronger type of thing. He was a recycled character, and he just seemed like a generic protagonist now looking back. But he complained at like the finale battle kind of thing, because every one of the 6 had their one-on-one fight with another villain. He was fighting some fucking Omega Shenron, and he only had access to Super Saiyan 3 at the most. But
it's not bad.
It's not bad. Like everybody else had access to 1 to 3, and only 3 other characters had a big moment transformation. Legend's character Kobayashi had like his demon power kind of thing, and then you got Sam and Hunter, other characters. They got like this dragon form kind of thing. It's like a Wiccan that's like around the power level of Super Saiyan 4. So they get this whole big moment each, and the other 3 didn't, and Gokhan being one of them. But while the other 2 didn't really complain, Gokhan did. The guy had a character named John. He complained and he felt that he deserved more and shit like this, mostly because he was popular and stuff like that. So, because he kept crying about it, Legend gave him Super Saiyan 4, right? So he got Super Saiyan 4, and then after that fight, Gokhan never got into another fight. He was in season 2, the following season, for like 5 episodes or so, and then he quit the fucking RP. And nothing. He didn't want to join back till during season 3 or season 2.5 when things were starting to get more popular in Z Star. Then he wanted to join back, but Legend didn't let him. But it's like how are you gonna want to ask for all this shit and then eventually like you just leave and
quit
shit like
right
that?
after.
Yeah, you quit. It's like what the fuck? And he's like known to be very troublesome. Like he expects a lot of people to give him this and that. Otherwise, he isn't gonna bother and shit like that. And he's kind of like
Let me
vague.
stop my series. Alright, let me stop my fucking broadcast and then redo it. I'll just title it Talking About All Peas.
Call it.
Okay. Talking about the community, okay? You can still talk.
Okay. But that's the thing. Like in the case of Z Star, at least season 1. Now that like since it started with 6 main characters, quote unquote, now there's literally three of the OGs from that very first season. Actually, no, 2 OGs from that very first season, and 1 new guy who was introduced early season 2. He was like a replacement for a main character that left. That being Gokhan, which is you know the guy who had problems with. So like, and so when you look back on season 1 and 2, it's like those main characters were pretty toxic or wanted to be one of the best, but they did nothing to show for it. Like the case of Virus, Vegiku, and Gokhan, and
you know what I forgot?
Yeah.
Forgot to fucking the reason I ended the stream so I could close my application and then actually be able to play, but I forgot to fucking do that. So I just made that extra stream for no reason. I have to delete that.
Oh my god. Jesus, man.
Fucking sped. God damn. You can continue though.
But and that case is there for like other numerous RPs and shit like that. I've seen like a lot of characters who are fucking very shitty in their performance, and then I hear out of character that they have these massive egos, and it happens a lot, and it's just like Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like I don't know what you see when you look back. Like maybe you don't really watch your fucking performances.
Ew,
but,
Raikon, no.
What do you call it? Why would I talk about Dragon Ball Dimensions? But it happens a lot, and it's just like what the fuck goes in their mind for them to think that they're so fucking good when they're not.
Yeah, you're literally a person that makes Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 communities, Xenoverse 2 RPs. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. But it's just whack, dude.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I don't know. Like fucking crazy. So what should we talk about now?
I don't know. I kind of want to stay on the topic of the RP thing because I'll probably be streaming for 17 more minutes, give or take.
You getting off?
I'll probably stick around for another 15 to 30 minutes depending on what time it is right now. Let me see. It's about 2, so yeah, after the stream ends, I'll probably stick around for like 20 more minutes.
Because I'm about to stream again.
Yeah.
Alright, so what RP should we talk about? What RPs have you like really watched?
Like the last RP that I fucking watched was Z Star Season 3, Episode 2. Before that, I think was an episode of Season 2 Saiyan Roar. It was just to watch just to confirm something and kind of for memes, which equaled Benji's death, which was a character played by Curly. Mostly because it was funny because it was grunt. If you want, I can play right now the sound clip so you can hear his grunt right before he fucking, or right as he dies, his kind of grunt. Because it's a meme. Alright, let me go to it. But those were like those are the two of the three RPs that I actually like sort of gave a shit about. I mean, I like Z-Star, but now it's like so fucking dead. It's like it's alive,
Yeah.
but it's not. Like if you look at the past uploading dates, you're gonna be like, holy shit, this shit just
Yeah,
premiered and then
like
it died.
Z-Star just fucking disappeared like off the fucking radar.
Yeah, and Saint Roar, like season 2 kind of like went off the tracks a little bit for me because like I don't know, some of the again it's like some characters felt recycled, but at the same time, at least villains wise. But in the case of like story, I was okay with it. I just didn't like the main villain Trexus, and he was like a big like didn't want me to like the season as much. Um, but like that's also been kind of dead as well. Um, which is
Yeah, it kind of
okay.
feels like that RP just like kind of stopped.
Yeah, it's just like okay
And
because I
I
know
think
the
Shadow even confirmed that.
yeah. I mean, well, I think he's getting back to recording more of season 3 because like he was gonna do a
Yeah.
movie. He kind of made me fucking. He wanted me to fucking use a character, play a character or shit, and all that stuff. And then he like I worked on the fucking character, and then nothing came out of it, so it was a huge fucking waste for me. So I deleted that shit.
You gonna
Um,
join the game?
okay, but that like it ended. The season 2 of Sin War ended, so he hadn't started a season or a movie since. So I guess he can get away with it because like it's like in between season kind of thing. Legend kind of fucked up with the Z-Star thing. Like you can't just upload the first episode of a season and then just disappear for like 7 months or whatever it was. Whatever I can't say. Sometimes this community can get mad annoying due to the people. Yes, I fucking have grown to despise this community a lot. That's why you don't see me talking to that many people aside from you, Right Cook, and Twisted, for the most part on a regular basis anyway. If I do talk to other people, it's outside of the RP community, and I don't even really tell them about the Xenoverse 2 community because it's so fucking toxic.
Yeah, I remember like Shadow like being all about saying Roar. Like he was talking about how he was gonna have like 7 fucking seasons, and then he was gonna do like a sequel or a prequel.
Yeah.
And it kind of just seems like that just died. So I'm pretty sure now he's just saying he's gonna do season 3, and he's just gonna go do something else.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
Gaito and other people were talking about how he's just kind of lost his motivation for it.
Yeah. For me, it's just my lack of motivation came just from the people I worked with. It kind of like
You can take the stuff in that
sickened
chest,
me.
by the way.
And it was like, God, like I started,
Oh,
like at first I was having decent amount of fun with RPs when I first started, but now it's like I don't really want to be there most of the time. It's like the people that I'm fucking near or I work with is just they've gotten so bad. And
yeah,
like
I
not
used to be all about Xenoverse communities. I thought it was like, this is really fun, really cool.
Yeah.
Love doing this. But now it's like, I used to do this, I did this like, I started like 2 years ago. And it has just gone downhill since then, pretty much.
right.
Because I think by the time I did it, like I started, there was only
Yeah.
a few like RPs. There was fucking Shadows, I think maybe it was Fighters, not Saint Roar. There were Centuries, there was Z-Star, there was Rykon's shitty fucking movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did a series, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Like not many people were doing them.
Right.
But
right.
maybe Jordan's came before mine, I think. But I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I gotta admit, my first series was pretty fucking trash. That's like when I only watched Dragon Ball for about 2 months. I saw some RPs and I'm like, oh shit, this is really cool. So my
Yeah.
first RP was pretty basic, but I think by season 2, middle of it or something, I knew quite a lot more, and that one was a decent season.
Right.
And then fucking season 3, that had a lot of potential, I thought. But then Share Factory killed itself, and then I got in a fight with some like an actor of mine that was like a very important character.
Yeah.
So I kind of just ended that series there. Then I tried Awoken Spirit. I really liked that one. That's why I'm like redoing that, but I'm writing it this time. But but fucking I didn't get to continue it because yet again, fucking Surf Factory. It wasn't even because of the actors. I had pretty decent actors. I didn't get in fights with them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna probably try to call PlayStation support later today and see if they can do anything about that. Cause I've never seen anybody else have this problem.
Hmm.
I don't know what's up with my cat. She just randomly decides to meow like random times and like random days, and I'm just wondering what's wrong.
Oh. Strange.
It is pretty strange. Should try to build a house or something. Build a place to live. Meantime, while we go get some stuff.
Guess I put make a house here. But
Try to look for sheep.
I don't know, like you would think with time, people would be more chill toward each other in the community, or at least get rid of the bad ones, and not associate with them at all. And like,
Yeah.
if they do associate with them, at least do like talk to them on a very minimum basis, and don't
Let's see
really
why you're wasting your pickaxe like that.
Yeah, should I just use my fucking mushroom?
But I don't know. I guess it makes sense that people's egos would grow in time, but it's bad.
Right.
Their egos are just so fucking big.
Yeah. Terrible.
Oh, what the fuck? So I don't know. I'm gonna say I think the community is gonna fucking die in like a year or two. Because
Yeah.
it's starting to get really toxic and people are starting to lose their motivations for it.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying it's probably gonna die entirely, but the hype for it's gonna die down and pretty much all you're gonna have left is just little squeakers that want to do RPs.
Yeah. Facts.
So, yeah. It's pretty sad too. I think this, like, it had a lot of potential, but eventually, you've done everything you can in this game.
Right, right.
I think Jump Force had a potential,
Yeah, sort of.
and
I mean,
Legend wanted to do something of that, but he never got to finish
yeah,
it, I guess.
that shit died. Like, real quick. I don't know, like with him, he plans a lot of RPs, but you don't really see them get put into play. And like,
Finished.
yeah, and it kind of happened a lot. Like back when he would want to do Minecraft RPs, for his channels was like 2018. He like he wouldn't download custom maps at the time. He would like just start brand new, and then we'd build shit. And there's one time we spent like literal hours upon hours each night making this fucking town. We built like a fucking Walmart, a McDonald's, a fucking like I think a 5-story fucking apartment. It was pretty fucking big. And like we would start this shit from like watching YouTube videos, and he would tell me like where to put this and that, and we'd keep doing that. And it was a big time like that we spent fucking building shit. And then eventually, once things are kind of done, he loses interest in it, and nothing came of it. And it pissed me off. It started pissing me off a lot and shit. And sometimes I would shit on him for that every now and then. But like,
Yeah.
it's like why put all this planning and creating when nothing comes out of it? It's really bad.
I don't know. Sometimes it just fucking. I used to do like some Minecraft RPs.
Yeah.
When Bedrock wasn't a thing and you couldn't download maps. So the
Right.
maps were kind of like, you know, basic and shit. But it wasn't that bad. And then, like, I don't know. Building maps kind of got tiring.
Yeah.
But now that we got, like, these downloadable maps, you don't really need to do that stuff anymore.
Right, right.
Or these buyable ones, I guess. And the maps are pretty nice. You, like, really no loss there.
Of course, there's fucking skeletons here.
We need to go find some fucking sheep. There's a lot over here. So in all, the RP community is pretty fucking toxic.
Yep.
RP communities can kind of suck dick.
Yeah, dude.
That's about it. Very much. What else do we have to talk about?
That's probably about it, because I'm about to end the stream in 4 minutes.
Do you have any white wool?
No, I do not, actually. Nope.
We need to go find some sheep if we want to just go to bed. Oof. I don't know if I have keep inventory on. I don't think I do. Holy shit. That just scared me. Fucking zombie villager just came out of nowhere.